Joseph was a very flirtatious boy who fell in love with every beautiful girl and wanted to be friends with them. He had his own factory where many employees, both boys and girls, worked. Every day, Joseph would get ready and go to his factory's office. Today was special because he had to interview new employees to hire. When the interview started, a boy came in with his resume, but Joseph refused to give him a job because he had no experience. The boy said,
"Sir, if you give me a job, I'll gain experience."
Joseph replied,
"Now we give jobs to people with experience. You can leave."
After the boy left, an extremely beautiful girl came in for the interview. Joseph looked at her carefully from top to bottom and happily said,
"Come, have a seat."
Like the boy, the girl had no job experience, but Joseph was pleased and told her that they wanted talented applicants like her. The next day was the appraisal meeting, where Joseph asked employees about the progress of their work. One girl said,
"Sir, I have completed only one file so far. I was a bit busy."
Joseph smiled and said,
"No problem. Complete the remaining files by tomorrow."
Then, a boy said he had completed 10 files, leaving only one. Joseph scolded him, asking why he took a salary when he didn't do the work properly. He told the boy that if he couldn't work well, there was no need for him to come to the office. Joseph then praised the girls and said,
"In this office, only girls work properly. Useless boys are of no help."
One day, Joseph came home quickly and got busy sending friend requests to girls on Facebook. A girl named Rosie accepted his friend request. After a few days, Rosie and Joseph started talking on the phone. Rosie invited Joseph to her village and said she would introduce him to her family. She also offered to show him her beautiful village.
Joseph packed his belongings and went to the girl's house. She was delighted to see him. Her house was located below ground, and they had to go downstairs to reach in-house. Just like how Joseph always praised girls in his factory office, now today, Rosie was praising him. She mentioned how handsome Joseph is, and he felt happy hearing compliments from her.
Then, the girl took him to her room to meet her mom and dad. She told Joseph that her dad was a very successful businessman. That night, heavy rain fell, flooding the entire village. Since Rosie's house was below ground, water entered in the house, and her house turned into a pond. In the morning, when Joseph opened his eyes, he was astonished to see water all around under his bed. In the midst of all this, a mouse, swimming in the water, climbed onto Joseph's bed, causing Joseph to make strange noises and tried to shoo the mouse away, saying,
"Ash, ash, ash. Go, go, go."
All around him, Rosie's housemates sat with their legs raised on chairs and sofas above the water. After a while, Joseph noticed a plate of food floating towards him from the kitchen. When the plate reached Joseph, he picked it up. However, as he was about to eat, he realized that the water was dirty and he started feeling nauseous. He placed the plate back on the bed and felt like vomiting. After some time, Rosie's dad came to Joseph and said,
"Look, our swimming pool house looks so beautiful. I hope you are enjoying it. You won't find such a good environment in the city."
The following day, when Joseph passed by her room, He overheard someone talking. He stopped and listened. In the room, Rosie and her dad were discussing him. Rosie was telling her dad,
"Dad, I've trapped Joseph like a new chicken. He's very rich and owns a big factory. Before marrying him, I will have this factory registered in my name. I'll take all his wealth and then kick him out with a kick on his backside."
her dad was pleased with Rosie's planning, and Rosie continued,
"Dad, Joseph is so foolish that he thinks I truly love him."
Joseph was stunned by Rosie's scheming. She was telling her dad that Joseph was foolish, and that she had taught a lesson to many flirtatious guys like him. She also said that she also knew the bad nature of such people. If Joseph wants to marry me, after some time, he will start liking another girl and want to marry her. Listening to their planning, Joseph felt his head spinning. He left his belongings there and ran out of the house. He reached home and thanked God that he escaped. In the end, Joseph promised himself that he would never have ill intentions towards the girls working in his office.